So, at the end of that last episode, you guys might remember I DC'd. And if you've been following along with the trend of the intros, well, then you understand why our intro is at the login screen currently. Surely by now, you guys have discovered that every new video starts where the last video ends. So, with that in mind, it's time to log in and let's kick this bad boy off. Welcome back to another episode of the Hardcore Ironman Series. This is episode 14. We're not messing it up this time. Last time I said episode 12, and when in reality it was 13. This is episode 14. We got a lot to get into, so let's get into it. All right, we're kicking this thing off today, wrapping up a Slayer task that we were working on for some big points. Now, we just actually hit level 63 strength, which is massive. We only have a couple strength levels to go. We're getting very close to starting our wonderful Dragon Defender grind. But yeah, that's how we're kind of starting things out today. We're continuing the Slayer grind, continuing the point boost grind, and getting more of our combat levels underway. Not bad. We just hit 61 HP, man. Finally getting higher HP is gonna start making this making us at least feel a little bit more comfortable when we are doing some more of our regular like combat. Now obviously during Slayer we're not really at any risk, especially with the fact that we have so many Moonlight moths. I can protection pray everything and I don't really have to worry about taking damage, so I'm not really too worried about any of my food situation right now, which is a good thing. But we are actually getting higher HP, and higher HP is always going to make everything feel more comfortable. So glad to see that. This task is going to take us quite a while, man. This is a very long task. We have 120 more fire giants to go, but at least it is in the Catacombs of Corinth. There are a lot of things that we can get here, Konar keys being one of those things. Speaking of Brimstone keys, we just got a Brimstone key. That's wonderful. Those are going to be so good, man. Part of me wants to like stock up a ton of them and just do like this massive Brimstone key opening, but also I don't think I can. Like, I feel like every time I finish a task and I have keys, I want to go and open them, especially because like the steel bars, the rubies, there's so many good things that you can get from Brimstone keys that'll be really, really helpful on the account. So I don't know if I really can hold out and stock up like 20 to 30, maybe even 50 of those keys. Maybe 10. I feel like we could probably do 10, but for the most part, I'm probably just going to open these as soon as I get them. Let's go. 53 Slayer already. Dude, we're getting so close, man. 58 Slayer is what we're looking for. 56 gives us access to the warped creatures. 58 gives us access to cave horrors, and cave horrors give us access to the black mask grind. In other words, known as a Slayer helmet. So we're getting very close to our overall goal when it comes down to Slayer, but loving all the XP we've been getting and all the points that we've been stacking up here. Yo, another big level up already. 64 strength and 76 combat, man. We are flying in the XP. This is a very slow task though. We still have another 66 to go, but the XP is looking really, really good. Just glad to be leveling up, man. Finally wrapping up this task. It has taken a while, but we are done. 170 fire giants, 25,000 Slayer XP. That's pretty nutty. I'm not gonna lie, it's 101 tasks, and I was thinking about after I hit 100 task boosts, I was just gonna run some Konar tasks for a while so that I could continue to stock up on Brimstone keys and all the supplies that come with that. But truthfully, after doing that task and getting so many fire giants and just how long they take, I think I'm going to continue point boosting until I have absolutely everything that I need from Slayer. Once I have everything I need, then we'll start the traditional Slayer grind where we're doing regular tasks. But I think for now, we're going to go back to point boosting and just stacking up points so we can unlock everything. Because I'm looking to get not only Slayer helmet, we want broad unlocks so we can do broader fletching. I want Slayer rings. We're going to need a couple of creature unlocks like Aqua Knights and Griffins. But then I'm not really one for paying the points for the extending task. But I do like task storage a lot. And I do really, really want to get task storage. And that's 500 points by itself. All right. I mean, come on. It was the first couple of Brimstone keys. We got to open the first couple. And that's what I was talking about with all the steel bars. 332 steel bars on our first key. This is exactly what we needed. Like, this is massive for our smithing grind coming up. Man, that's like one of the biggest things I wanted out of these keys. Now, we can get a lot of GP, we can get some alks, but dude, steel bars is one of the high priority items I was looking to get out of these keys, man. Hopefully we get some other good stuff. All right, what else we getting? Shark lures. I'm never going to get to use these. This is going to be forever before we got the fishing level. 28 rubies. Okay, rubies aren't too bad. I'll take the rubies. That's a W. That's some good XP right there, crafting wise. And we could always use the rubies for more dig site pendants. But yo, the steel bars were absolutely massive, man. 300 steel bars. What a massive come up right there. The big 65 strength there. Now we got to start working on attack, though. We got to work out our 65 attack. Once we get 65 attack, we can start that dragon defender grind. So we're only 5 levels away. And then D defender, we're going to end up swapping out of the sulfur blades. And from sulfur blades, we'll upgrade to dragon scimitar with the dragon defender, which does make the dragon sim better over the sulfur blades once you get that D defender. All right, Kodar, give me something good. Okay, that's actually not bad for a 10 task boost. 110 tasks, 50 Anku in the Stronghold of Security. That's a fast one. Now, honestly, it's not my favorite place to do Ankus. I actually prefer to do them down in the Catacombs of Khorne because they're free. But if you have to do them in the Stronghold of Security, they are a little annoying to do. But, I mean, at least it's going to be a fast task nonetheless, though. 50 of them. Easy. A little bit of an herb sesh prep right now. We are grounding up these chocolate bars so I can use them on Harlander potions and make more energy pots. Energy pots aren't really like the greatest in terms of the run energy that you get back, but they are really, really good herb XP, and they're very easy to get. Like, you could buy tons of chocolate bars here at Gnome, and not only that, but Harlanders are amazing plentiful. Like, they're amazingly plentiful. Like, you can get Harlander seeds pretty easily. You're gonna have a lot of Harlander herbs early. It's a great way of utilizing those Harlanders other than, like, say, mastering mixology. So I like to make energy potions with them. This is why I love old school, man, or just even RuneScape in general, dude. One of the greatest MMORPGs in the world. I'm just sitting here minding my own business, working on some Herblore, and I see a name that's very familiar. Turns out this is one of my homies from back in the day who used to watch my stream all the time. Probably like a decade ago, like 10 years or more. I've been sitting in World 346, which is my home world. It just so turns out that World 346 is his home world too. And I've been seeing him for a little while, noticing the name, wondering if it was the same person. And I thought to myself, nah, it can't be. Well, it turns out it is. It's actually the same person who I knew from watching my stream all those years ago. So it's really cool just to be kind of doing my own thing and then running into somebody you know and kind of reconnecting that way. What an awesome experience. Man, these energy pots are so underrated when it comes to XP. 68 XP a piece. We're very close to another level up. I don't think we have enough supplies to get that level up, but we are very close to that herb level. But yeah, like I said, these are super underrated. Another HP level and another total level milestone. 1,275 total level, man. I feel like we are flying by on this account. And with the last one going down, that makes task 110 about to be completed. Beautiful 90 points. We're up to 950 Slayer points now, man. What a wonderful amount of points we have already, dude. Crazy to see how many points have just been stacking up. Oh, the first attack level out of the 5 that we needed to start getting our Dragon Defender. 61 attack. We just hit 77 combat. Combat's looking really nice, but there might come a time where I need to kind of look at some of these quests that require me to go into the wilderness. I need to get these done sooner rather than later, because the higher my combat level gets, the riskier I feel like it becomes. And I'm a little nervous for some of those wilderness steps that we have to take care of. I might have to look to get some of those done soon. Ooh, a Banshee Superior. This is exactly why when I'm doing regular Turrail tasks, this is why whenever I get Banshees, I come down to the Catacombs of Corinth. Now, it's not as fast as it normally would be if I just went to, say, the Slayer Tower, but the chance to get a Superior, and you never know what you're going to pull from them, makes it absolutely worth it. No way, that's so unfortunate, dude. We're gonna miss this Frog Princess random event, and I'm going to miss out on a free XP lamp, man. That's like 700 XP we could get. Well, I guess it'd be like 600 XP or somewhere around there in Herblore, but dang, we're gonna have to miss this one. There's no way. We're in the middle of fighting this Banshee. Come on, imbued heart, imbued heart, imbued heart. Dang it. Dark Totem base. Wishful thinking, though. One can hope, right? I was getting pretty close to this herb level, and I had some supplies to make some more prayer pots, so I figured, hey, let's see if we can get it real quick. Easy 57 Herblore, too. Not bad, man. 57 Herblore, and we haven't even done Legends Quest yet. Legends Quest is going to be a massive boost in Herb XP. It's one I'm honestly not very far off from doing. It's just a matter of going and doing the other quests that are required. Again, this comes down to one of those steps in the wilderness. Family Crest is a quest that you have to do that requires you to step into the wilderness a little bit, and that is a quest requirement for Legends Quest. So it is one that I need to get done soon. Another one. Yeah, 62 attack, baby. Let's get it. Oh, man, we are leveling up very fast, though. We have 3 more levels to go. 65 attack, the big picture, Dragon Defender. I'm not sure if we're going to get it today. I mean, still quite a bit of XP to get, and we're still just focusing up on our Slayer points. And so a lot of the XP we're getting only comes on the 10th task that we're doing. All the tasks in between, the first 9 tasks, not really a whole lot of XP. But, yeah, we're working on a Troll task right now for another point boost. This Troll task turned out to be a lot more XP than I thought it was going to be. We just got enough XP. We hit level 63 attack already. We're almost done with it, though. Only 36 trolls to go. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible when it came to loot either. We got some free Renar herbs, a little bit of Irits. We got some nice seeds. Overall, okay task, very decent task. We did get unlucky with the location, though. Troll Stronghold, but the good news is I had Edgar's Ruse already completed, so it's pretty quick for me to get here because I'm able to just use the teleport to get out here. But if we didn't have Edgar's Ruse completed, this would kind of suck. This would be a pretty bad task. Actually would probably have considered skipping it otherwise. Alrighty, we just got to hit this last one. 90 points, 120 tasks completed. It wasn't the greatest when it came to Slayer XP, but it was pretty okay combat XP. We only got about 13,500 Slayer XP, but it was only 151 trolls. It did take longer than I thought it was gonna take, but you never really know when you're doing these tasks. Sometimes it feels like it's gonna be a quick task, and then sometimes it ends up being a longer task. But either way, we're 1,040 total Slayer points now. That number just keeps skyrocketing. All right, Konar, don't let me down. Task number 130. Yo, Ankus again. Okay, I mean, this time they're in the Catacombs of Corinth, so that's not bad. But another 50 Ankus should be pretty quick. Task number 130. This is a good, quick 10th task to get. So, yeah, easy points. Had to hit a quick farming break, and I noticed we're about to get this level up, baby. White berries on deck, by the way. We have so many white berries already. Staying pretty consistent with just doing my 2 white berry bushes a day and 1 poison ivy berry bush a day, and then just harvesting that one time. Easy 77 farming, though, man. Farming level is looking really good. I can't wait until I can get into the best section of the farming guild, being the level 85 section, and we're going to put the spirit tree there. It is going to be one of our most used banks on this account yet. Actually, it's probably my most used bank overall, even on my GIM too. Have I mentioned that I hate this mime random event? It just takes so long. I mean, like, look at the hang up just to even get the event started. Look at how long we're doing nothing for. I'm not even gonna lie, I actually thought I bugged out for a second because it was taking forever. But the good news is we're getting closer to completing the mime set and all of the emotes, which means that then every time we finish this one, we'll at least get an XP lamp. Always got to do the random events that give XP lamps. They don't seem like much up front, but in the grand scheme over an entire account, it adds up to be quite a bit of significant XP in my opinion. I'm glad that's over with. We got the mime boots and the mime top, so very, very close to finishing that outfit. I think we just need all the emotes after this now, to be honest. I knew that my task was supposed to be done in the Catacombs of Corrin, but out of habit, I just came straight here to the to the Stronghold of Security, dude. I'm glad I noticed right away, and especially because of the Mime Random event, I would have wasted a lot more time, but thankfully that Mime Random event kind of stalled me from killing too many of those Ankus, and I didn't waste too much time. Now we're gonna actually go do the task in the Catacombs. Dude, another HP level and another combat level at that. 78 combat now. We are getting very healthy with our HP. Love seeing it. Not too long from now, we're going to be seeing another attack level too. So this is getting really, really juicy. I actually didn't even realize how close we were to that Slayer level, yo. 56 Slayer already, man. We are flying. We just got access to the Warp Creatures. I mean, we don't have access to them yet because I have to go and do Path of Gluffery, which requires me to do Eyes of Gluffery. And honestly, I think that quest has some requirements that we're not quite ready to hit, but it is something I might actually work towards because a Warp Scepter from Warped Creatures would be pretty solid. Ah, there we are, dude. 64 attack. Yo, we got one more attack level to get. We might actually be grinding out a Dragon Defender. Dang, dude. Honestly, the attack levels went a lot quicker than I thought they were going to. All right, not bad. This is the last Anku, moving the Slayer point count up to 1,138 Slayer points. That was our 130th task, man. Absolutely flying in the task. We're going to be getting another fat point boost, too, at 150 tasks. Whew. All right, I came up with a big brain idea. Not only did I just get 41 smithing, but hear me out. All of those steel bars that we got from our Brimstone key, I'm going to use them to turn them all into steel battle axes, which I can then later use at Giant's Foundry with Mithril Claws after I complete the Fremennik Isles quest. So it's like a double whammy of smithing XP. We're getting smithing XP from turning the steel bars into steel battle axes, and then we're going to combine them with Mithril Claws at Giant's Foundry to make some easy profit. Ding! 42 smithing. We just hit 42, and we already knocked out 43, man. Zooming. I decided to do Fremennik Trials, and I just realized I had a big brain idea again. Why not move my house for the small amount of GP to Relica so that I could just use runes to teleport back and forth to Fremennik area, well, to Relica, realistically, for the Fremennik Trials quest, so I don't always have to run up there. I know, massive idea. Huge brain, honestly. Oh, I've been putting this one off for a little while because it is kind of a long quest, and even when you think it's not a long quest, once you start doing it, you realize this is a long quest. There's no and ifs or buts about it. So it's a little bit of a slog. It's one we got to get through. There's a lot of dialogue. Honestly, I don't even know why it's called Fremennik Trials, because it should just be called One Small Favor. But then there's a quest called One Small Favor. But then there's also another quest that also should be called One Small Favor. You see, what Jagex likes to do is they like to make a bunch of quests that are in theory all the same. They're all one small favor, but they don't name them all One Small Favor. This quest is basically one. Have I mentioned One Small Favor? This quest is basically One Small Favor. See, I knew this teleport was gonna come in handy, dude. I knew changing my house to be up here was gonna come in handy. Look how close it is. God, this was such a play. I was actually able to find the dragon pretty quickly. Usually, sometimes like you can run into issues trying to locate this guy, and it'll kind of make you run a little bit around and run further away. I think I got really lucky with this guy's spawn though, because we got the close spawn and I didn't have to go very far. We found him pretty quickly. All right, it's time for Thorvald's challenge. So now we had to go and bank. We had to deposit everything because we can only bring our fists for this next fight. Now, typically people would keep a branch, like a drumming branch, and then they would bring a knife and they would fletch it to be able to have a weapon inside this fight. I'm not really too worried about that. I'm doing this quest kind of late. Actually, it's not even kind of late. I'm doing this quest pretty late, I would say. And I have Ring of Recoils, and we also have a super attack and a super strength. We should be able to breeze through this no problem. And I've got prayer and food, so it really isn't going to be a big deal. We do have to bank everything though in order to do this fight. I don't know why I've never done this until now. I've done this quest a number of times. I've never moved my house to Replica while doing this quest. This has been so much quicker. This has been a massive time saver right here. I mean, has anyone ever actually even died doing this fight? We had to kill him 3 times, but I mean, like, has anybody actually died doing it? Nah, there's no way, right? I mean, it's pretty easy. It's pretty chill. All you gotta do is pay attention. Easy ring of recoils, easy damage, and you don't even have that much HP either. Just about finished with the second fight. Now we're going to be going into the third after this one. Once we finish the third, that's it. That's GG's. We're good to go. So we are smooth sailing. And we haven't even used any of our food, and we haven't even used an entire ring of recoil yet. So I think we over-prepared for this one. Too easy. Too easy. Any burnt peanut fans out there? That was nice and easy, man. Now we just have to oh, it says we have to die. Well, this is awkward. I guess everybody dies during this fight then, essentially. Well, gang, we had a good run. We had them going for a while.
Dying on my hardcore Ironman. Completed.
Dying on my hardcore Ironman. Completed. Too bad it's not a real death. We're still alive. Everybody that was rooting for me to be dead, fuck you. We're alive still. Oh my god, dude. 30 minutes later, and we're finally done with this quest. Decent XP, but I'm glad that it's out of the way. The whole reason we even did this quest was so that I could go do Fremennik Isles. The other good news is I got 45 fletching, so I guess that's kind of a W too. But the real W is that we can go do Fremennik Isles. Let's go, dude. This quest is going to be so massive, man. It's really good rewards, but the ultimate reward from this quest, it's the underrated shop, the ability to buy mithril claws in mass for very cheap, which we can then take to use in Giant's Foundry and profit on every sword that we make. It is going to be so good for smithing. It's the best Iron Man method of smithing, all the way to 70 smithing, and you make really good money doing it, which we can always use more GP. All right, we're finally finished gathering everything that we needed for this quest. It took a little while. There's quite a few things I had to go and get, but we have everything that we need now. Now we can actually continue with the quest, so let's get it. I wasn't paying any attention because I was yapping in the clan chat to the homies, and I chose the wrong option, so I actually failed this section. We have to do it again. I'm honestly blaming Sporty. This is honestly Sporty's fault. Fuck you, Sporty. This is all your fault. Yeah, we're not failing it this time. I paid attention. Imagine having to pay a window tax. The more windows you got, the more money you have to pay. Honestly, it sounds ridiculous, but then I realize we have to pay for some pretty ridiculous taxes as is. I'm starting to think this is a parody of life. This is making fun of the world, actually. This is absurd. No way. A Gravedigger random event? Sheesh. Let's go. We got the zombie walk emote. I think that's the last emote that we needed. I think we, oh wait, no, we only have the zombie walk. I thought I already had the zombie dance, so we're not quite going to get the XP lamps from that random just yet, but very soon we will be, and it's actually going to be really, really nice because all of our random events are starting to pretty much be completed to where we're only going to be getting XP lamps from them. He keeps calling me a fool, but little does he know I'm a spy. And he's the fool. Take that, buddy. We're spying on you this whole time. This is the part I'm most nervous about. Not killing the trolls, but getting to kill the troll king. That is where things get a little scuffed. From memory, the fight could be a little dicey. I hope not, because we are hardcore and obviously we don't want to die. But overall, I think we're going to be okay. We've got pretty decent gear. I've got okay food, and we've got a ton of prayer. So I think we're going to be chilling. All right, this is the last of the trolls, and then we're on to kill the king himself. And then that is quest completed if we are successful. If we aren't successful, well, time to run it back. You know what I'm saying? Hope not. Nah, we should be good. We're going to be all right. It's going to be okay. Oh, yeah, this fight's been a breeze. We're not even using any food, really, to be honest. Nothing to worry about. We just camp our mage prayer, we stay MD, and we're bodying him right now with the Dragon Sim. Look at him. He's dead. Let's go. That's going to be quest completed, baby. That's huge XP. Absolutely massive gains. And most importantly, our biggest Giants Foundry supply line has been acquired. Easily, this is 10,000 XP right into attack. We're so close to 65 attack. Why wouldn't we want to get closer and finish that up? This is an easy decision. All into attack. Beautiful. Look at that XP, dude. Look at that XP. We're actually so close. We're more than halfway to 65 now. It's wonderful, dude. Holy moly, we've been getting the gains today. It's been a massive day of gains. Look at the woodcutting XP, the crafting, construction, and we got the Helm of Nay It's Not. What a big upgrade, dude. I forgot all about this helmet when it came down to doing this quest. This is going to be the last inventory of Mithril Claws. That should about do it for us. This should be enough Mithril Claws to get us all the way to 60 smithing. The goal isn't 60. The goal is actually 59. We're going to need to make a Mithril Grapple, and we're also going to need to get 59 fletching. But we need the Mithril Grapple in order to do Path of Gluffery. Not because it's like a requirement out of the quest, like 59 smithing or 59 fletching isn't a requirement, but you do need a Mithril Grapple for the quest, therefore kind of making it an indirect requirement. But the good news is getting these levels shouldn't take us too long, and we have all the supplies to be able to make it happen. You know, I never knew this before, but I never realized that you could superheat steel bars. I always just assumed that you could superheat iron. I never actually tried to superheat anything outside of iron. Today I learned, though. Before we can actually use the Mithril Claws to make the Mithril Steel combo swords at Giants Foundry, I actually have to get 50 smithing first. And because I'm not 50 smithing, we just hit 45 smithing. I'm actually making iron swords because you could use iron scimitars along with steel items to still get really, really good XP. So that's what we're doing. We're stocking up on a few iron scimitars, probably not too many. I don't think it's going to take us too many swords in order to be able to hit 50 smithing. And then once we hit 50 smithing, we can do our original plan of steel battle axes and Mithril Claws. We won't be doing any Giants Foundry if we don't do the quest first. I actually kind of forgot that there was a little mini quest or quest to go along with this as a tutorial on how to do Giants Foundry. So we're just going to blitz through this, and then we can go make our steel and iron sword combinations. And then we'll be on to our Mithril Claw smithing. Not really a mini quest, kind of considered an actual quest, but very easy. And we got 6,000 smithing XP for doing it too. Sheesh. That put us at 46 smithing. Just a few levels to go to get to 50. Turning in the first sword. Yo, not bad at all. 14k XP, or sorry, 14k GP and 7k XP. Actually really, really good. That's surprisingly way better than I thought it was going to be. I've never used iron here. I've always started Giants Foundry with the steel mithril combo. I didn't think it was going to be that good using iron. So that was honestly surprising. I'm very close to 50 smithing. I'm hoping we only need this sword to get there. It might be kind of tight though. We're just a bit shy of 100,000 XP. We might have to do a little bit more. Oh, we're so close. We didn't get the level up. We do have to do, you know what? Instead of doing another sword, why don't I think I have a bunch of iron ore. I think I'm just going to superheat my way to 50 smithing. Instead of doing another sword. That way I don't have to worry about going to get more supplies for the iron sword combo. All right, this should just about finish it up for us. This inventory should get us to 50 smithing. Oh, perfectly 50 smithing. That was a full inventory for that. All right, man, that is a W grind, dude. 50 smithing knocked out, and now we are ready. We can start doing the mithril claw and steel battle axe method. And I wanted to take a look. I had this saved for a long time from my GIM. I wanted to know exactly the order in which I should spend my points here. It's a really, really good order. This is an order for when you're 71 to 78 smithing. I think I might just end up buying from the first one in line all the way through, or I might find another order online for my lower level bracket to be what would be the best molds to get. So we'll have to take a look into it a little bit deeper, but I do think we're going to begin to wrap it up for the day on this one, as we have got an insane amount of gains today. Well, this has been another episode of the Hardcore Ironman series. Thank you all for watching, and as always, yep, we are still recruiting for our clan, 27 gang. You guys are more than welcome to come and join us. You already know the deal. We're 14 episodes in. I say it every time. All you have to do is guest into the clan chat, ask for an invite, and we'll make sure somebody gives you an invite. I hand out invites all the time, so if you see me online, just ask me. We'll make it happen. And as always, we'll be back again next Monday for another episode at 7:30 a.m. CST. If you guys would like to enjoy watching some of the progress live as it happens, we are always live on Twitch and Kick 6 days a week. And I just want to give a special shout out to our YouTube members, or should I say member, my man, bro, man. Big shout out to you, bro, man. Thanks for still being our first and only member thus far. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I will see you guys again next week for another episode. Peace.